Good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck. Today I'm coming to you from Luna Lake, and that's in Arizona, just east of Alpine, Arizona. And we made a stop here for a few minutes here, stretch our legs, let the dog out. Trying to hold the camera steady. My hand doesn't want to work this morning. So thought I'd talk a little bit today about changes that I made to my trailer, modifications. I'm the kind of guy who can never really leave anything alone. I always got to mess with it. And let me show you my trailer. One of the major things I've done to the trailer is worked on the suspension and the brakes. Now, my trailer's made by a company called Grand Design, and they make an above average unit. But you know, RVs are really not made for heavy use. They're made for people that use them a few weekends a year. And so one of the things they come with is they come with the electric brakes. And after a few years, my trailer's 5 years old, and it's been all over the western states, clear up into almost to Canada. And when I was checking the wheel bearings, I found that the brakes were worn down to almost nothing. So I was going to replace the brakes, and I found out that for about twice the cost of the electric brakes, the brake shoes, I could convert it over to electric over hydraulic brake system from Performance Brakes, disc brakes. And what that meant is instead of having to change them every few years, that would meant that the brakes on this thing would last my lifetime. Now the electric brakes, I guess they're okay for flat country, but in the mountains they leave a lot to be desired. So the changing out to the electric over hydraulic disc brakes gave me a lot more peace of mind towing up in the mountains. So I did that. Another thing that they do is when they put these things together, they just use the nylon bushings and dry bolts and not a real high quality suspension system. So I changed out to greasable bolts with a MORryde system. The tires were Chinese made tires. They jokingly call them China poppers or China bombs. And I didn't have any problem with them, but when they wore down, I went ahead and went to a slightly larger size of American tire. That gave me another problem in that the tires were just slightly bigger than the original ones that came with it, and the springs flattened out after towing for maybe 10,000-15,000 miles. And that meant that when I'd go into a service station or something, that tire would actually rub on the bodywork and was actually causing a little bit of damage to the top of the wheel well there. So I went ahead and upgraded to a slightly heavier duty spring as well. So going to changing out the suspension, changing out the tires, changing out the brakes, basically what it did is it made this trailer what it really should have been from the factory. So that's some of the changes I've made. Cost a little bit of money, made it a better trailer. So pan on around here. If any of you are involved with whether you should grease your hitch or don't grease it, controversy, I'm not going to get involved with the discussion. I'll just tell you I believe in greasing mine, so I do grease mine. My truck I mentioned in a different video is a 2020 Ford F350 Super Duty Lariat package with the 7.3 liter Godzilla gas motor and a 10-speed automatic. Does really, really well hauling the 7,500 pound trailer in the mountains. So let me do a little bit of a pan. I don't want to go over here into the sun. The buildings you see in the distance, that's Alpine, Arizona. And we're headed home. There might be some wind noise in this. It's kind of breezy. Temperatures in the low 40s, wind chill's probably down in the 30s. So with that, I'll let you go for now. Have a good day. Love each other. Take care of each other. And we'll talk soon. Peace out.